This woman is everything I'm tired of. I'm tired of all these multitasking activists. If you want to be an activist, just be an activist. She an agent, a producer. She laid drywall. She do nails. And oh yeah, she an activist. Listen, man. And another thing that I'm tired of is this unapologetic thing. Everybody's apologizing. Cops have to apologize for stopping speeders and not letting criminals shoot them. CEOs got to apologize because one employee at one of their 10,000 locations microaggressed somebody who looks like her. And then the video came out and it really wasn't even that. But you got to apologize anyway because it might have been that. Everybody has to apologize. Brothers like me, we not voting for a certain candidate, so we got to apologize. Everybody has to apologize except for Angel Reese, this woman, and other women who look like her. But what this woman called Caitlin Clark is the most vile, disgusting thing. And you're not going to hear a response from Kathy Engelbert because she's a spineless, gutless, and smart. Because you can't go at this group. You have to let this group do whatever they want. So I do understand why Kathy Engelbert is just, let me tell you what I said about Kathy Engelbert try to keep her job. She knows if she says anything about the disgusting behavior this group's fans has done, she'll be in trouble. So they've gotten rid of owners before. They've done coups on own. These girls are powerful in this league, these sisters. But what this woman called Caitlin Clark, you won't get any Nick Wright, all the people who condemned this, or everybody at ESPN. Nobody will man, if you find one person that mainstream to condemn this, man, send it to me. akintunde2@gmail.com. You won't find one. This group's behavior goes unchecked. But it's interesting that she talked about, she called Caitlin a school shooter because there was a school shooting in Caitlin's hometown of Des Moines. Caitlin's from West Des Moines. Des Moines is the neighbor, and it's all a metro area. And it's interesting that I do this on my other channel, Ak Nation News. So make sure you check out Ak Nation News. The links are in the description box. We cover this every single night, 3-4 hours a night, all the crime across the country. And I have websites and I have data and people, Twitter pages that cover this stuff. 90% of the school shootings are done by people that look like Tawana. And there was a school shooting in Caitlin Clark's hometown. There was a school shooting that was in Caitlin Clark's hometown.
The Des Moines Public School District was also rocked by a deadly shooting at a youth learning program last month. New at 6, the founder of Starts Right Here, Will Keeps, is addressing the tragedy that killed 2 of his students and sent him to the hospital. In a video posted to Facebook, Keeps said Gianni Dameron and Rashad Carr were like sons to him. Both were targeted by a gunman at Keeps Learning Center last Monday. In his video, an emotional Keeps says his injuries won't stop his mission to save lives.
You saw all the success when it came down to these kids and the growth. It was just all taken away because of outside street mentality. I'm banged up a little bit, a little bit emotional. This will not shut down nothing.
Des Moines police say 18-year-old Preston Walls killed the two teenagers and 19-year-old Ravon Tukes acted as a getaway driver. Both are charged with murder and attempted murder tonight.
Good morning, Kaylin. So yesterday, police arrived to the scene shortly before 1 p.m. and with the help of witness testimony, they were able to detain and arrest the suspect within 20 minutes. And now they have came out with the charges. Now, 18-year-old Des Moines resident Preston Walls was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and criminal gain participation. Police say just 16 minutes before the shooting, Walls cut off his court-appointed GPS ankle monitor. Walls went to the common area of Starts Right Here, where all 3 victims were located. William Holmes tried to escort Walls out of the area when Walls pulled away and shot the 2 teenage victims who died, as well as Holmes. Walls then fled on foot before later being detained by police. Police say that there is evidence the shooting was gang-related, as Walls and the 2 victims were part of opposing gangs. Police also say that in order to prevent future incidents like this, the entire community needs to work together.
You know, we're really good at investigating crime. We're really good at taking people to jail, getting guns off the street. But when it comes to the things that cause people to make these decisions or cause people to, find themselves in the circumstances that life sometimes brings them, we can't help with that a lot. That's something that the community, it has to be a community-based approach. I feel like a broken record because we've been saying this. I know I've said it to all you local guys at least once. We've got to get everybody around the table and start finding the solutions to this, because the police cannot do it all.
Tragedy is just not a big enough word for this. Yesterday, that these shootings marked the 5th and 6th homicide in Des Moines in just the first month of January. We're not even finished with January. It just shows how big of an issue this is and how the community really does need to come to support each other to really make a change.
Yes, those 2 deaths were 2 students, both teenagers, and the third person who was shot was actually the founder of Starts Right Here, Will Keeps. We're told that he is expected to survive, but he did have to undergo surgery yesterday after he was shot and injured there. Griffin Wright reporting for us live this morning. Thank you, Griff.
When we go around the country, I promise you, we do stories like that at least twice a week. Somewhere in this country, that happens at least twice a week. Somewhere around this country, that happens twice a week. And it goes unreported. And people like Tijuana, Jackson, they don't retweet that story. They don't highlight that story. They don't post that story. They only post it when the kid who does the shooting, which is like maybe 4 or 5 times a year, is a white kid. But that shooting that I just showed you, that happens twice a week. Happens at football games, high school football games, high school basketball games. Happens at school functions. Happens in school, outside the school, on the playground, everywhere. At least twice a week. And the activists who care so much about the community, who will tell you how much she care about Black folk before she tell you her name, but never talk about that. In Des Moines, Iowa. And you don't want to see what the people who get killed in Des Moines, Iowa look like. You don't want to see that because I know your mind's like, Iowa, there's 1 billion white folk in Iowa. Yeah, it is. But guess who's getting shot? And guess who they're getting shot by? So Miss Tijuana Jackson comparing Caitlin to a school shooter, shame on you, man. Because the school shooters look more like Angel Reese.